but I think it's time for us to dive into some Delta. Where we last left off last session, you guys had finally decided it was time to leave Seattle and head all the way over to our nation's capital of Washington, D.C., to head to a law firm, Marcus, Silverman, and Greene, with the intention of doing what this cell of Delta Green does, blowing it up because you can't help yourself. You guys surveilled the building. You noticed that you wouldn't be able to sneak in any way, so you went under the guise of agents of the city who were looking to update. On some, I think it was like taxes or something that hadn't been paid. And with some good rolls, you're able to bluff your way in. While you wanted to meet with and see if all three of them were there, you did find out from the secretary that only one of the three, Marcus, was in the building, while Silverman and Greene were not. And you decided to all split up. April pulling up some DocuSigns on a tablet to recover, getting you guys in. Quinn hacking the system on his phone in his pocket, getting access to the full system. And as you guys headed down the hallway to go up the stairs and disperse to start planting your bombs everywhere you could, Yuri veers off and pops into a bathroom. And that's where we will pick up with Yuri. You're standing in front of the bathroom. You open up the door. You know, that white everywhere. It's actually a pretty clean bathroom. For a public bathroom that would be used for people that come in to see these lawyers. They keep it pretty nice. It's got that white tile. It's got those blue stalls. It's got like 2 stalls plus a couple of urinals because you're in the men's restroom. And you walk right up to the mirror and you look at yourself. What do you do?
I pull out my pocket knife, or I imagine he has a pocket knife, and I think that would make sense. Pulls out his pocket knife and he starts to he wedges open his mouth and he starts digging into his back molar, and he's going to remove his cyanide capsule.
All right. This is actually going to require a roll.
Okay.
I'd say this would be a first aid or surgery roll. But at the same time, you know where your cyanide capsule is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give you a plus 20% to that.
Okay.
Because I know for a fact surgery is at 0 for most of you. April's got a little bit, I think. I think April's got a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know where my dice are.
April's got
I'm using
2%.
Yeah.
I don't know where my dice are, so I'm using my digital dice app that I barely use every few, and the first roll of the game is an 11 under 70.
You pop your knife into your mouth. You angle your head a certain way so you could see it. It's really awkward. It hurts your face a little bit, but you can see your molar. You just wedge your knife in there and pop out that tooth, and it comes out, and you're staring at it. Why did you decide to remove your cyanide?
Because if what they said earlier and from the last time we played, there's only one member here, and maybe burning down the building was trying to get all of them at the same time. But if push comes to shove, we can shove my cyanide throat down the first guy and then go and take out the other two separately.
Oh, I was not expecting that. I didn't know where you were going to be going with that when you texted me that you were going to remove your cyanide capsule last session. That's good. Shove it in his mouth and make him just smack his jaw shut on it. That is genius. I would have never thought about that.
And the
Smart enough.
reason he has a cyanide capsule is because he is on entity disposal. If in the event he is ever compromised and he knows he's compromised, it's more beneficial to see him take his own life out than to be like changed or malformed or like adapted. Jeffrey, your plan
This
still
isn't
waits
like
to date.
this isn't like the
Yeah, your
T
plan.
Foundation, so
Yeah,
there are no
like we don't.
amnestics. You can't just wipe somebody's mind.
Yeah, so like he doesn't know if there's ever going to be a point where like something may result in him having physical or mental changes, so they are all outfitted with cyanide capsules.
Plus your former KGB, and they would just have that standard issue.
Without a
I
doubt.
believe KGB would probably have that standard issue, especially with SB, which is what you were part of.
Hmm.
So you pop out that tooth.
Yeah.
You taste the iron of your blood. You look at it in your hand and you slide it into your pocket real quick. And we swipe over to the other two. April, Quinn. Yuri goes into the bathroom. What are you two doing?
Were we following somebody? Or
Oh,
did
they
they
just
just
kind of
tell us
gave.
where to
The
go?
secretary showed you guys where the stairs were and said
Oh,
that Marcus's office was on the third floor of the building, and she just pointed you to the stairs because it's one of those, squished together brick buildings that you'll find in metropolitan areas where there's no room in between the buildings, but they're separate buildings.
yeah. So I guess I just start going towards the stairs and heading up. And then I'm assuming is Mr. Quinn following? Because that would depend on what I did next. Or Mr.
We're
T.
not. Are we not waiting for Yuri to get back?
That's up to you two.
I don't know. I would think that
Yuri's
we would at
popping
least
into
need
the
to
little
jump
boys' room, and
into
then
the
you're
hallway to go up the stairs because otherwise, are we just standing around outside the bathroom waiting for him?
Well, I was assuming we're getting guided to the office, and then Yuri wanted to go to the restroom first. So I figured we were like standing around waiting for him first.
Okay, okay. I thought she just pointed us to the stairs.
But I was gonna try to look up real quick and see if I can find like their itinerary, their schedule.
access to the system because you hacked it really well.
Right. I just didn't know if I could get any of that information. So.
You pull out your phone, and what particular info are you looking for? I will say their computer system will not have a lot because they mostly keep paper files, but there will be some information on their system if you're looking for files.
Like I think I was trying to find out like because I know like a lot of office people back then and nowadays put everything on like their computer calendars or whatever schedules,
They
and
keep
then
a pretty strict personnel schedule, so you can definitely see their hours. You see that they were about to close up in probably like an hour, hour and a half. The secretary's there, Marcus is there, plus a few smaller lawyers. The other head two, Silverman and Greene, are currently not in the building.
Silverman and Greene is who I was looking up to see if I could find out where they're at.
Yeah, you easily find their addresses. That's no issue. That is in their personnel file.
Like I didn't know if I could find out on like their scheduling itinerary, calendar, secretary, books, whatever, to find out like if they had anything planned or where they're going. That way, after we're done with it, done with whoever we're talking to, we can go hunt them down.
Tell you what, let's have a roll off to see if
Roll.
you get dice and tell me what I rolled a 39. You have to beat a 39.
Double 0 and a 4.
You know by looking at the schedule that they plan on having an after hours partner meeting here in the building at 8 p.m. It's currently, I'd say, 4:30.
At 8.
So you have,
8 p.m.
you have about 3.5 hours till all three of them will be in this building.
I'll quickly text that to both my teammates.
Right as you come out of the bathroom, dragging off, your phone vibrates in your pocket. You pick it up.
Yep.
You see that message on the secure Delta Green app. Same thing with you, April. Just ping.
Yeah, when I see it, I think that we need to,
Charge of planting.
I think that we probably need to do a stakeout or find a spot to bunker down in there. But if they're expecting us, if it's small and they would expect us to come out, then I would say that we would need to watch for the partners, like a stakeout. We could take turns resting up too during that time.
In my
Maybe
search,
we'll
would I
take them
be
out
able to
before they
figure
come out.
out? In my search, would I be able to figure out what meeting room they're going to be in?
There probably aren't that many rooms inside this building. So if you guys do your search on your way up to do a fake meeting with Marcus, you could probably determine which one they would probably use. But you would actually have to go through the building because there's not like a building plan or something in there.
Oh, we managed to get some sort of building plan, or we did some sort of roll. We did some sort of roll last time that determined with my explosives knowledge that I would know exactly where to place every explosive I had.
You
So
would
it'd
know
be
where to place
controlled.
them in order to control that, but you didn't get a building plan. You would have had to go to the city planner's office in order to actually get that, which is who you're claiming to be. You actually just came up with the idea of city planning on the fly. You actually never went and got.
Couldn't Mr. T break in and get the building plan?
The building plan would not be in their online records. So if you
Not
guys
the
let,
city planning committee?
you would have to hack the city planning committee.
My vote is that somebody heads there, or maybe two of them stay there, and one of us stays behind it to keep an eye on them.
Even
And then we can lay that out.
even with that information and having the blueprints to the building, I don't think you guys would be able to determine just based on the layout of the building which conference room they would use, because most conference rooms.
Can I find out who's going to be in the meeting? Is it just going to be the 3 people, or are there going to be extras?
It's a Marcus Silverman. And you see by looking at their schedule that occasionally all three do gather and spend like either the day or like an early evening at this quote unquote partners meet.
So I'm gonna, since I found that out, I'm gonna put it in the message, the text, that the schedule that they're all three gonna be in the building. They're all three supposed to be alone at 8 p.m. in the building. So if we want to take the whole building down without any casualties, I can check the system to see who's like clocked in. Because I'm assuming that to get in the building, they probably have like a badge control system.
From your stealth rolls, you know that there is no like alarm system like that. It's old school.
So I was thinking we could scope the building out and at 8 p.m. just take the whole thing down, or a whole floor that they're going to be on.
As you guys, do you guys meet back up, or are you guys still splitting up, just like maneuvering around the building?
I never actually needed. I was gonna like Yuri's been through enough of this. Like he's not the kind of person that'd be like, oh okay, like I need to actually know where I need to place this. Like we figured out intuitionally, I know exactly where I'm gonna need to go, and I was always supposed to separate myself from them so I could set these charges in inconspicuous places. So like me stepping out of the bathroom, that's me like kind of separating myself from them, and I'm gonna go and do my infiltration and set the charges that I need to set.
Well, we're standing outside waiting for you because we do not do this stuff regularly. So you're gonna have to like get after us then.
So you two are still standing outside the bathroom, just waiting for
I
him.
Yep.
kind of look at you and be like, "Why did you go? Go meet with men. I've work to do." We got to make sure everything goes big happy boom boom, yeah.
And what exactly am I supposed to say to him? I'm not the actual city planner. I have no idea what the fuck he'd actually
Um,
need permits on.
I don't know. You're good with happy 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 happy. Get to happy 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 happy.
I'm not fucking from here.
You've done interviews with people, I imagine. You've probably said thing here, said another thing there, XXX,
You
why.
just
You're
want me to
smart.
make up locations and streets?
This Mikasa Shuso Sukasa, right? That's what they say. That's what he said. And he looks at me as Mr. T, right? You all are smart. You can do this. And he kind of looks at Mr. T, and he's like, pretty
Can
sure that
I
he.
look? Can I look through the system and see what kind of permits they have for, or what was our excuse originally? Zoning?
That he forgot to file permits for a building?
Yes, some
Okay, so
the files were missing for the permit.
files for missing permits. So we need a. Can I look up and see what buildings they have? Was it just for the main building that we're in?
Yeah, just specifically the law.
Okay, so I'll look up the permit for this building that we're in, and then uh like make a fake one that looks like the real one, but with like alter the original that to make it look like it had a typo. That way, like we can go up like, hey, we had documentation errors that we needed to fix, and we fixed them. Now you need to sign them to correct to where we can refile it. and then I'll hack into one of their printers to print it off for us.
Well, April already had pulled up like a DocuSign type thing on like a tablet, so you could pull it up on a tablet
Yeah.
instead. But yeah,
Well, I'll do the printer. I'll do the printer thing because you just said that they like to do old school paperwork, and then do some computer magic and make it to print off the defective document that we had in our system.
a forgery type role.
Okay.
Forgery skill. So I think which one of the professional skills to use is there's accounting, bureaucracy, craft, law. Let me take a look at the skills. Luckily, I have the book. With the accounting. What kind of art skills do you guys have or craft skills?
Oh, that's funny. You think that Yuri has art skills? That's cute. No, no.
Anything that would probably align with like forgery of documents or being able to pull up specific documents.
Electrician, mechanic, microelectronics.
Hold on. I think maybe one that might fit. I have a 50 in bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy is
I don't know if that would.
the rules and personalities that govern an organization. Use it.
I didn't know if I'd know anything about like documents, you know. I have 81 in journalism.
Or convince an
I don't think.
official to provide information or resources or gain confidential access to a restricted area. I'll take bureaucracy.
Okay.
Yeah. April can pull up that. You tell her we need a big document. So go ahead and roll bureaucracy for me.
Oh no, 94 over 50.
Oh, jeez.
You attempt to find that document, and unfortunately, there's nothing you can do. Would you like to push your luck?
I'm pretty sure that I only have one left. Or is that the same? Is the hope the same thing
No.
as push your luck? Push your luck is just that if I mess up, I have bad consequences, right?
Yeah, there's a bad consequence, and in this particular case, the planning committee would know that somebody tried to hack them from the address of this place, and they would probably end up sending an actual person down.
Or we can portray it as like we want to verify the documentation to make sure that like ours is correct with theirs or something, because our end lost it or something.
To see if they have all their files like up to date.
Yeah, like just an audit.
Hey, what about? It doesn't matter because I would have failed it anyways. But I do have criminology, so I was like, maybe I would know something about forging there. I forgot about that.
Knowledge of criminal conspiracy behavior to identify and predict criminal behavior. Deduce relationships between members of a conspiracy, analyze criminal activity, and examine witness. I don't think criminology would work in this.
I think we just should portray it as a audit, that we're coming in and just checking the documentation if it's up to date and everything and correct.
Okay, then in that case, you two would have to go up and actually do the meeting with
Don't
Mar-
trip up the stairs, Mister.
Marcus and attempt to fool him with some really good persuade rolls. So Yuri just walks off and up the stairs to start planting the bombs.
But now I have a time frame, so I can set timers.
That is true.
You're welcome. I'm glad I thought of that.
You guys head up the stairs, and it doesn't take you long to find his office once you get to the third floor, because he does just like every pompous lawyer out there, has a big marker on that like what kind of glass is it called? It's not stained glass, that glazed glass with the name Albert Marcus, senior partner, on the door, and you guys knock.
Okay.
Come in. You guys open the door, and you see this older man, probably in his mid-50s, sitting there, clean cut, kind of like a messy but tame haircut. You, Albert Marcus, at your service. How can I be of assistance?
Mr. Marcus, my name is Harper Hoover, and there were some permits that weren't obtained, key construction permits for your building that were not secured prior to commencement. That's in non-compliance with the local codes.
Permits? Is that what you're referring to? Because I do believe we have those filed.
You have them on file. Can I see those documents?
Roll a persuade for me. Eyes. Yeah.
Okay. I think it's an 8. I don't know. It's a 00 and an 8 over 77.
That is
No, 73.
That is 8, so I would have to roll extremely well. There is no sheet for him, so I just have to hope I get really good roll. See if he sees through you after his years of being a lawyer. Your years as a journalist have come to your advantage this time, where I rolled a 47. Of course. Let me, give me one moment and I will see if I can track down those we have. A mountain of paperwork, but they should be somewhere. Give me one moment. I will be back forthwith. And he exits the room, closes it, and you guys can hear him walking down the hallway. And you're alone in his office for as he goes search.
Can I elbow Mr. T and be like, computer, get what you can get?
I was literally going to say while he's gone, if I can try to. I don't know if I can remote access his computer.
But you have full
Well,
access to the system.
Yeah, I have full access to the system, so
Just from doing like a cursory search, you can tell that what in particular are you looking for at the moment to hope that it's on the files. Because you have full access to the system.
I don't know. Sometimes is everything on the system? Like sometimes there's like emails or you know what I mean, like the trash files, whatever, any like stuff. I didn't know if that would all be like open.
Full access to the system from last time. It says specifically right here, agents can gain easy access to secure data in the firm. As the personnel, strict hours, and there's no detectable alarm system, just normal locks. However, such agents are overcome by the sheer amount of data at the firm, mostly in paper.
Okay.
So it is possible, but you will have to do a new roll through search, and I will actually give a minus 20 to this roll because of the sheer amount of data that you have to search through right now.
Can I roll
Because
against
once you
like
guys fill up the building, you won't have access to this anymore.
when he rolls on that? I'm assuming that there's file cabinets and stuff in his room. Can I roll like peeking through them like with journalism?
I will allow it. Yeah, go ahead. You go ahead and make those rolls for me.
20 or 81.
Quinn, what did you get?
A big fuck you. That's what I got. 96.
Oof. Go ahead and put a mark by that. And actually, that reminds me, because it has been an in-game day, because you guys had to fly to DC. If you want, you can go ahead and roll to upgrade some of your skills.
How many? Because I have missed about one to I've missed 8.
I'll say pick 2 of those skills. You could upgrade. While I look for it.
Okay. And what do we roll to upgrade again?
It's a D4 minus 1.
D4 minus 1, yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna do first aid, which I got a 4, so that's adding 3. I figure that's a good one for us to have. That's at 35. I'm at 35 now. You have what in first aid?
50.
Well, if you're hurt, maybe. Down. Passed out. All right, and I'm going to do search. I pretty much always fail that, and it's one of my lowest checked. And I got 3, so 2. Now I'm at 27. Oh,
What you
I was like, oh, I should have done something.
What
like
you
that.
find, April, is you find a memo from Aaron Silverman that says that all confidential files are to be sent to his office for safekeeping.
Is that office in this building too? Did we see it on our way to this office?
Oh yeah, all 3 of the main offices are on the top floor. You passed by both Greene's and Silverman's offices to get to Marco.
Okay. Okay. I want to quickly tell Mr. T, as soon as he gets it back in here, to excuse himself and to hit that guy's office for these files. Like, I'm just going to like point out the email and tell him to do that. And I'm going to stay just because I'm better at the persuading bullshit.
And I will also give you this, considering it was journalism that you used, and this is what you do. Just from that one memo that you found alone while searching through just one file cabinet, you get the feeling that out of these 3 partners, Silverman is the leader.
Yeah.
Because why else would he have a memo that tells him any confidential files on clients or anything else to be in his room?
On the way up, did we see anybody else on the floor? Or is it just these 3 officers and nobody else?
There were a small amount of offices, but just from what you guys saw, you get the feeling that this place runs pretty much like on autopilot. It's very weird because for a law firm that takes in and puts out so much money, like you guys have seen before you guys even came here, there are very few lawyers actually working here. And you get that feeling in the back of your mind that this place just runs on autopilot. Whole business, it just has that feeling. And from your records, you can tell that secretaries for all 3 men operate normal business hours, like they should, clocking in and out at exact times, coordinating most social schedules and stuff like that. But they also did not have any records like for like scheduled clients coming to actually visit. Only stuff for them to have their board meetings or whatever it is. A few minutes later, Marcus strolls back in. He goes, "Yeah, sure." And he's holding a manila folder, and he sits back in his chair and he goes, "Ah, yes, I found the documents I believe you're looking for." And he passes them across the table, and you start looking through them.
I'm gonna try to step on Mr. T to get him to move or like elbow him nonchalantly.
Do you have a bathroom on this floor?
The closest bathroom is actually downstairs, one floor. Third door on the right.
Say, what was that again?
Second floor, third door.
Second floor.
Yes.
Alright. I'm gonna have to run to the bathroom real quick. I don't think I ate something very good. If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna head out.
You get up, you walk out, close the door behind. April,
Well,
you
sir,
can tell that they are files for the renovation, and they are permits and everything. Just from a cursory glance, even though you really don't care about them, they do look up.
well, sir, everything looks to be in order, but I'm gonna have to take these down and make sure that we have them on file. I'm gonna suggest an immediate halt of non-compliant activities in this building until the proper permits are filed and secured. Uh, it's usually a 72-hour deal, but since you have them in order here and this looks like our mess, I can push them through, won't take less than 24 hours.
What do you mean by all the plan? What does that entail? Because we're
Um,
gonna very strict business. Plenty of clients. We are an off.
because what?
We are an offer.
Non-compliant activities as in you must cease all construction and updates to the building.
So that won't be as long as it doesn't interfere with regular business. It should be fine. As far as I'm aware, we aren't planning any additions to the building or restorations, other than what's already been done. And this conversation continues, and the scene fades, and we're actually going to go over to Dragonov real quick before we go to Quinn looking for those files. And meanwhile, back at the ranch, and I'll do it.
So Dragonov playing out the city planner's office thing, he's gonna like kind of pull out his cell phone, but he has the charges on him, and he's gonna kind of walk around. And in case anybody asks, he has his cell phone out because he's gonna be quote taking pictures for records just for the construction purposes. So if they're asking him like, "Hey, what are you doing?" and I'm just like, I'm just taking photos." It is bad New York accent. I'm just taking photos, to make sure that everything matches up with the paperwork. It's nothing too serious. I'm not gonna take any pictures of documents, anything. I'm just making sure hallways match hallways, door frames match door frames. Standard procedures. But he's going to be walking around looking for the most viable areas to cause utmost damage, but at the same time, it's controlled damage.
Okay. You do know the best places to plant the charges, but planting them without getting caught is another thing by itself. So go ahead and roll demolitions for me because you are dealing with explosives.
Okay.
Because you also said you are putting a timer on there, correct?
Is a 25 under 40. Yes. He said 3 hours they're gonna have the meeting. He's probably gonna be one of those people who's precarious because some people like to show up late. So he probably set it for like so probably set it for like 4 hours, and then when they're on their stakeout, he can probably do like a remote detonation if he knows that all three of them are in there early.
I will allow you to do one of those. If you had done a critical, I would allow both. So do
Okay.
you want the remote detonation or do you want the time?
Now let's do remote detonation. It gives more of a guarantee.
You set your charges, you key them to the certain frequency for the detonator, and you glide through the building like a ghost.
And also, I do have that phone out. Like I am like making it seem like I'm there on official business, and just in case anybody is like asking me questions, like I'm like fake taking photos.
As you're doing this with no issues, you do see a man. You do have to end up planting one of them on the top floor. You get up there and you do see a man come down the stairs. He looks at you, goes, "Oh, can I help you?" It's the same man. You don't know that.
I'm here with the city's planner's office. Some of my compatriots have gone up to the top floor to meet with one of the partners. I'm just here to take photos, so that way when we get the documentation, everything lines up. It helps to smooth the process through a little bit better, so that way, we're getting out of y'all's hairs ultimately quicker and more efficient.
Roll persuade. This is just going to be a roll off with him.
Okay?
What did you roll?
What am I rolling?
This is persuade to see if he believes you. I'll give you a plus 10 because you are telling the truth.
Originally my persuade is a 50, but it's a 35 under 50, so it'll be a 35 under 60 then.
He rolled a 77, so he definitely believes you.
Oh, he so believes me, and he thinks
Whenever I roll.
he really thinks I'm from New York too. Like he believes it. He's like, man, this guy, he's fresh. He's fresh from Long Island.
Like, considering all the bad rolls Leevi has got, I thought he would be the Will Wheaton of this table. No, I get horrible rolls. I think I'm the Will Wheaton of the.
No, he's already pretty damaged.
Like, oh yes, of course. The most recent renovations, if you're looking for those, are. And he just points you toward where, and he goes, "But if you excuse me, I'm actually meeting with your compatriot right now. I'm getting them."
Perfect. I'm almost done here. I've taken photos mainly of the first two floors. I just need to get photos of the third floor, and then I'll meet back up with my team, and everything will kind of simmer out smoothly.
All right. And he walks by you, and of course, yet again, as you're going through planting the charges, you do see him go back up into his office. And as you do end up getting to the third floor yourself, that is also when you see Mr. T walk out of that office. And
As I'm walking by, I'm gonna kind of nod to him and be like I'm indicating like, yes, the job is going according to plan. I'm kind of looking for like a cursory nod to be like, yeah, are you what like everything going good? Like we're just making sure that everything's smooth.
I'm gonna be like, sure, I'm gonna pray to Jeebus here to hope I don't get caught in this office. Is anybody around?
besides Dragon is on the top floor. But you go up to the door, and Silverman's door is locked.
Okay.
Do you perchance have crack lockpick?
I have locksmith.
You do have locksmith, so go ahead and roll locksmith for me. Get open it.
A 22. 60.
You not only get in that door, but you leave no trace that the door has even been picked. Sometimes there'll be some scrapings on the lock from from the picks themselves, but this isn't your first rodeo. Within 2 seconds, you pull out, put them back in your jacket, open the door, go in. And because of that success as well, in the search for the documents roll, I will give you a plus 20 on search because that was a critical success. So you can roll search now.
Search. Come on. 46 is my roll. I have 49 in search. And then the plus 26, 69.
That is a definite success. You were able to find documents on Tybalt Reeves. In your cursory search, you are able to find stuff on the 2 other things that got flagged. You find stuff on March Technology as well. But just mind you, like I said earlier, there is a mountain of paper documents that you have to go through on this. So you start just skimming through stuff, and you start getting the gist and as you're looking through all this and taking it in, you know that one thing that really catches your eye in your search is you notice that Silverman's office is adorned with one of those like stereotypical classic picturesque large photographs of him as a younger man, standing very, tall, vibrant, right next to just like him, a very thin, tall, vibrant, well-dressed man in his 60s in front of a corporate headquarters sign that reads March Technologies. You do find stock grants, forfeits, various director level change documents without actually having to dive any deeper into March Technology stuff. You find that they helped create documents stating that they helped create some sort of like shallow corporate website for March Technologies that is supposed to identify it as a technology contractor for the government. And you find that they've been working with the directors of this company. You find you notice that Dr. Greene was for March Technologies, and he worked. He finds that Dr. Greaves, a man named Justin Croft, and you actually find a picture of him, and he's the man in the picture, and a man called Robert Ortega were all in a small town in Upperville, Virginia in the 80s. And they were all employed together by the military. And that all 3 of these men were represented by Silverman beginning in 1978. You find that documents about Croft, and that leads you to start looking for Croft and Silverman, and you start taking pictures of those, that they attended Columbia University together, and that they basically studied the same things. They studied political science and pre-law, everything in here. Just no issue. that's not relevant. Search. I mean, on your stealth.
What's that?
There's some relevant and irrelevant information, but the irrelevant information is moot because you guys did really good stealth rolls in the previous session. But yeah, you definitely find some stuff, and more importantly, you definitely get all of the information you're looking. Get information on this Justin Croft, on Robert Justin Ortega, on March Technologies, and get it all down. You're probably in there while April is like fluffing this conversation with this guy. It probably takes you a good 15 minutes to get all of the information you find. Once you start searching and find the information you're looking for, and you start diving and start taking pictures and stuff. But you can already tell there's probably a lot more that you just don't have time to look at.
Yeah.
Put everything back,
Time to bail.
close the door, no trace that you were in the room.
Yeah.
You
What's that?
you go right back across the hall and re-enter the room, and they're just in a general conversation about zoning and the renovations and all that.
Hmm.
Why
But
would you?
when I get in the room,
You really must have had something bad to eat. That was quite the movement.
yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Have a bad taco every now and then. And right around this time, I'll say, because Dragonov had gotten to the top floor, planting everything. If he'd like to, he could join in right about now. But
I was gonna say, like, when I get in the room and sit down, I was gonna like flip on my phone real quick and get into the system. And do they have security cameras all over?
really, no.
Okay, I was just because I was gonna say, like, if they have security cameras in that hallway, I was gonna like delete see if I can delete the section that like had me going in and out of the room.
You go in and
Well, you had already in the
make
last
the
session.
security system. So
In the last session, he took control of the camera system and did like feedback loops on the cameras.
you easily are
That's
able to
fine.
cover your track of that. No issues. Their camera system was pretty basic. So is there anything else like?
No, I thank you for your time, sir. And she's gonna put it out her hand to like shake it and then just turn around and you have a lovely day.
And it's
Shake
a
his hand.
handshake, good handshake, and he goes, "Of course." Hopefully I'll have those documents back to me in a day or two. And as you can see,
Of
everything is
course,
up to
I'll rush them. I'll rush them. This was obviously our misplacement. I do apologize for any inconvenience.
we all have a job to do, as long as it doesn't interfere with the regular business hours, like as you said it wouldn't. Excuse me, burp. As long as it doesn't interfere with the regular business operations of the firm, everything should be perfectly fine.
Well, the city doesn't run on anyone else's schedule, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, and he does stand up and adjust his suit a little bit, puts out his hand to shake Mr. T's hand as well. Just Remember, if there's any other documents that we forgot to find correctly, please come back and get them, and we will have everything taken care of. And you two turn around and exit the room. And Dragonov is right there outside. Close the door.
Just in case anybody's overhearing, he's gonna be like, "So, yeah, I got all those photos that you were asking for me to pick up, of the hallways and the offices and such. Everything's gonna make sure that it lines up perfectly, with with the schematics that you have to obtain. So, everything is done here on my end, so we should be good to go."
As we're like
Sounds good.
walking, April's gonna kind of lean in and be like, "You two owe me for the world's most boring conversation."
He leans in closer. He goes, "Do you know how many pounds of explosives I just get in this building? You will watch this building go boom in a couple of hours. How's that?" It's like, and he looks at Mr. T and he goes, You wanna go stop and get some coffee before we get back to the office?"
Sounds good. Let's do it.
I'm
Good cup of
looking at
Joe.
a picture of a Dragonov and just imagining that accent, and it does not fit his face.
No,
Yeah.
because he's heavily inspired by Alex Terrible. And you know Alex Terrible.
Yeah.
He's just like, he's polished Alex Terrible.
You're gonna go back to your uncle's place and pet your bear cub.
Getting a bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah, you guys, you head downstairs, you head out of the building, and back to your car. And Dragonov, with your high alertness, you are aware of another car that was not there when you guys went in, and there's two individuals sitting in the car watching the law. They don't move, but you can tell they're watching.
He's still gonna be putting on the show. He's still in the mode because he doesn't know who's coming and going from the law firm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he'd be like, "Yeah, I know this great place to get coffee down the road a little bit. Yeah, we'll go stop and get some coffee. I might even call the boss and ask the boss if he has anything that he wants."
You guys get in the car. You start up the car. That
Don't
awesome radio starts playing.
He actually turns it off.
That's what I just say.
I
I was in the middle of taking a drink when you said that. I was like, "Oh shit, the radio."
He actually turns it off and he leans in and he's like, "I need you to act as inconspicuous and happy as possible. There's a car there." And he kind of gestures with his head with like a head movement. "Don't make moves. Don't look. There's two people sitting in car. We're gonna go do what we just said. We'll go get some coffee. We'll come back. We'll situate our place." And he goes, "We're going to make sure that we take care of the targets as necessary. But I also want to know about the car."
Can you see who they're like watching? Are they watching us?
I don't know if they're watching us or if they're watching the law firm.
They are watching the law firm. They did
Yeah.
watch you guys go back to your car, but then they turn their attention back to
Uh, Mr. T, did you get a license plate number? Can you run it?
do DC plate car or cars in DC required to have both front and back plates? Because it's dependent on the state. Let me look up real quick. Because if they have front and back, you could get it easily.
If there's a situation where we need to drive by their car to quote unquote go get coffee, we can drive by their car. So we can get the
So
plates.
if anything,
Unless they
that
were
would be a
behind us,
better.
then we were in front and we would have had to whip a shitty, you know?
In the district,
Then that would
Well,
make
it-
sense.
of require by law for most vehicles.
And it's also like would be a better question to ask Dragonoff instead of me, considering that my alertness is absolutely garbage.
I'm
Yeah,
asking you because
never-
I want you to run the plate. So that my question was directed towards you, and I'm not really like an agent, nor am I in this field at all of intelligence, just journalism. You know, so it wouldn't I don't think I would have thought I think I would have directed it to you because it was I wanted you to do tech. Even
Well,
though he's
it-
aware like his alertness is more.
Well, that's the thing is that I
I
could do the tech stuff, but like actually catching the license plate number, like I've never been able to spot anything. I can have an elephant right in front of me, and I could probably not see it.
You that there is a car watching. That will give you a +10 to the roll for alertness to see the car and then be able. If you can find the car, it will be a search roll to locate the plate.
Okay, I'll attempt to find the fucking car. Okay, 29, and my alertness is 26.
Is that with the +10?
36. Okay.
Okay, yeah, so that's a success. You are able to see the two guys watching the law firm. So you know what car it is. Now go ahead and see if you can see the license plate with the search roll.
Search. All right. 002.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
search is
You get the
49.
plate. You get the plate number. Yeah, that's a 2.
Okay. Man, this is the best night of my look. This is
Like
the best
I
night
said,
of rolls
I'm the
for
Will
me ever.
Wheaton. I'm the Will Wheaton of this table, apparently.
Usually, I can't find a fucking elephant right in front of me.
for like a hot minute.
Hold on 1 second.
What
think
did I
heard
just
something.
miss?
I just wanted to point that out because usually I can't find like a wall right in front of me. Like,
I know
1
that.
second. I think
No.
I heard one of the girls.
That you can't
Right.
find like food up in the fridge.
You're good.
babe.
no, my character,
Okay.
literally.
You. I was like, yeah, I already know about that.
I know that's already real life, but my character literally, I've never been able to roll good enough to get alertness. But tonight I've been able to get some rolls in. It's awesome. I'm feeling pretty good tonight.
Maybe I'm just going crazy because I swear I just heard a baby cry. But neither of the girls are awake, so I don't know what that was.
You hear the children that will cry out as I ignite this building into embers.
Maybe.
April's having
So-
flashbacks about thinking of cutting up that child in the first op with a chainsaw.
I thought she shot him. Yeah, I was pretty sure she shot him. You got the chainsaw, but you didn't use the chainsaw.
Yeah, no, she thought about it.
I did use the chainsaw after I shot him to cut up his body, which is a perfectly reasonable thing to do
Hmm.
for transport.
Yeah, this has just been
It's
a
okay
very
to be
dark
a little
campaign.
crazy.
It has been a very dark adventure with these characters. But yeah, as you guys drive off, you can easily run that plate, no issue.
I guess I'll run the plate for April and see what I can get. Agent Shadowfox.
You run the plate, and what you find is it is a business vehicle for a private investigator.
Hey, secret boy, this gonna fuck up your plans? As she looks over at Dragonoff. She's still mad at him.
Secret boy? Have I
Yeah,
been keeping? I do
yeah,
not understand. I don't
don't tell us
understand this.
you know,
This
you
this
want us to
secret.
shut down the investigation and you don't want to tell us anything. Why? Why do we need to stop investigating?
You know the nature of our business. I was like, and he looks at he looks at April sincerely. He goes, "Why were you directed into the program? Tell me, what is made you come to program?"
The threat of death for my family?
Hmm.
It was do it or else. It's not because I wanted this life.
No, nobody wants this life. But at the same time, we are tasked with one thing, and he looks at both of them: to keep the public safe, to keep the public unexposed. So if by nature I can keep information from you, so I can keep you unexposed, I am doing my job. I am keeping my team safe. I will take on burden for my team, so you can go home and play happy, happy house with your family.
Well, it looks like you might have a bump in your road.
Mom and Dad, stop fighting.
Do you really say that?
Yeah.
April's gonna turn around and shoot you just a death glare. And then she's gonna light a cigarette. And she's gonna be like, "So now what, big shot?"
He turns on the radio, and you hear Sugar Ray starts playing on the thing. He goes, "Now we're getting some coffee," and then he drives off. Because he was serious about getting the coffee, but like we're gonna have to like I want to make sure I don't know that they're looking at the thing. So like us going to get coffee is a way for me to vet to make sure that the private investigator is assuredly on them and not on us.
Yeah,
Because I can't
you
discern
guys
that
start driving
information.
off. Move.
What about dropping April off like around, you know what I mean? Like around the block, and then she can kind of like walk and watch them from the corner, just kind of leaned against it. Then you can bring her some coffee later.
Well,
I'll just tell you to get mine and drop me off. No fucking sugar, cotton candy bullshit this time. Black, no sugar, no cream.
the fruity, sugary fruit drink was for Mr. T, which he appreciated very much.
Which you tried to hand to me. Sexist much? And she's gonna do like the jerk off freaking action, you know?
He kind of looks at because I imagine April sitting passenger and he's kind of sitting in the back with his computers and stuff. He kind of looks at Mr. T through like the mirror, and he's like hoping to catch an eye glimpse with him and be like, and it's like the eye language. It's like, what's her deal?
She's so mad at you.
I've seen better days. Oh, that's a different song entirely, but yeah. I just want luck. I want a book where you walk.
So are we dropping me off?
If that's what you want, that's fine.
I think that makes more sense if you're, if that was your whole reason was wanting to, just keep an eye on them, make sure that's what they are watching, confirm it.
Well, we were gonna be doing a stakeout anyways because we have to make sure that all the partners are in the building so I can detonate the charges.
Right, but if you're driving away to get coffee, then you'll be gone probably 15 minutes, so I can wait during that time. Then I can just hop out before you park back or whatever.
Gonna get some coffee for you guys. They're gonna stop at the convenience store, get some snacks, make it a real stakeout.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a solid 45. It's gonna be a New York 45. We might stop and pick up a nice hot dog on the corner. I imagine they sell nice hot dogs on the corner in DC.
I
What I also
when I
love is that April automatically gets shotgun every time. He's always on the back.
I like the room.
Okay.
Usually
Um,
we have him doing tech stuff in the back anyways.
Yeah.
I'm tech support. I was gonna ask, was there security cameras on the front door facing the street?
Yeah, that they had one.
Or on Main Street.
Can I look through the system and see if I could spot that car in the security cameras?
To like see if they've been there before. Like how long they've been watching.
No, like watch them while we're gone. That way, like to see if they move or leave or take anybody or.
Oh, so I'm not staying.
Well, you can still stay if you want, but I was gonna look and then give you the option.
I'll stay if you do that.
If you could do that while you're moving, like maybe if you can connect your laptop to like a hotspot, or if you're doing it through your phone.
Why would I thought my computer had like a satellite link kind of
It's
system?
a satellite link, and you have full access to this and that. Yeah, that's no issue. You angle the camera and you find the car. You make sure that it's still on that feedback loop so that they don't know somebody's messing with the system. Watch the car.
Okay, and then I'll point like hold the phone in front of April's face. Like if you don't want to leave, we don't have to, or you don't have to.
Around the corner as you guys are having this conversation, and Yuri does pull over the car, so April can get out if she actually does want to.
I mean, I don't need to if I don't need to. So no, that's fine.
All right, let's go get coffee then.
Do a coffee machine. Go get some coffee and some snacks. What kind of coffee you guys going to go get? Is it Starbucks? Is it Dunkin'? Or is it a local place? Because personally,
probably a local
working in
place.
a hospital, having to get Starbucks every now and then, I could tell you it's crap coffee. Sorry for those of you out there that like Starbucks.
I love Starbucks. I love all coffee though. All coffee. Except for hazelnut. Hazelnut is
Bones brand coffee.
I'm convinced if you like hazelnut, you must not have taste buds because I hate it so much. That much.
Oh, it's awful. It is atrocious. Anybody who drinks hazelnut creamer, they
It's a very overpowering flavor, so I can understand that.
they're awful.
The current flavor of coffee I'm drinking, it's butterscotch caramel, and it is butter.
Oh,
What?
I'm basic. So guess what I'm drinking at this time of year?
Pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice.
Yeah, my babe knows.
So we're
If you
we're in
doing
Washington.
Starbucks because I heard that they're currently in a lawsuit because they are putting like arsenic or something in the pumpkin spice to give it that color. So be careful if you're getting that from Starbucks.
I actually get the chai which it just has the pumpkin cold cream on top. It's not actually the other drinks. So it's the chai latte with the pumpkin cold cream.
Okay.
So it's not like a color. Yeah.
I can't confirm that, but I have seen that multiple times on social media recently where they're putting like arsenic or something in there.
I'm not loyal to them either. I'll go to a Dunkin's, I'll go to a Scooters, I'll go to a local coffee shop. I will take my coffee in an IV. Whatever way you want me to have it, I'll have it. I drink it black, but it does not bother me. Never have.
The thing
I
that's
just
really
think
sad to me about Starbucks is there's a Starbucks in the cafeteria of the hospital that I work at, and the break room coffee in surgery is 10 times better than the Starbucks coffee.
so. I think Starbucks plain coffee, I'll drink it, but it has like a burnt taste. Does that make sense? Like scalded.
They really just like over brew the beans when they do it in those giant coffee machines. I don't
Yep.
I only get it if I have to.
I'm gonna see if there's a bar by the coffee shop.
That's what you're having. No fluffy cotton candy drinks.
No, I'm gonna have a drink on the rocks. I'm gonna down it in one shot and then go back to the car and sit.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna stand in the line for friggin' forever at a coffee shop.
You could always get a
Like,
canned
doesn't
latte.
like coffee.
You could always get like
Leevi
a canned latte or a cold brew. You don't have to stand in line. Just go to a cold brew or something.
I'm more of a whiskey guy. Quinn is.
Oh, so you're going Irish with it. I see how it is. What kind of whiskey are we talking about? Are we talking bourbon? Are we talking Scotch? Are we talking Irish whiskey? Are we talking Scottish? Are we talking Tennessee whiskey? What kind of whiskey? Lots of different types of whiskey.
I'm not that big of a connoisseur, so I just go in and ask for
Quinn
like.
is if he's a whiskey person.
Yeah, but I personally am not that big at knowing all the names, so I can't even remember all the whiskey names. Let me look one up. Damn it, what is it called? Greenwich or something. Greenwich whiskey or something.
I know that.
Oh,
Glenfiddich.
Glenfiddich. Okay.
I'll just get a Glenfiddich on 21-year-old Glenfiddich in a double shot.
Okay. You get you some whiskey while they get them some coffee. You walk into the
So like I'm gonna walk up to the bar like 21-year-old Glenfiddich double shot now ASAP, and then I'm gonna slap the money on the table, down the shot, and turn around and walk right back out, and get back to the car.
He goes, okay.
And I'm gonna like tip him.
Pours you
I'm
2
gonna tip
fingers
him
of
like an
whiskey
extra 20.
and slides the glass over to it. You just shoot it back. And the bartender does look at you a little bit as you shoot it down, because like, you know, one thing I do know about alcohol is like the older it is, the better it's supposed to taste, the smoother it is, and you just shoot it down instead of sipping on that whiskey, and he just gives you this.
I'm gonna shoot it.
What?
I'm gonna shoot it, and then I'm gonna gargle it a little bit, and then swallow.
You're gonna strain it through your teeth a little bit, just with it,
Yeah.
and then down it. And he still hit you. You pay him, and he gives you that what the fuck? Then you just turn around and pay him. And then you still end up having
Yuri.
to wait for Yuri.
Yuri laughs. Yuri laughs and he goes, what is your strongest alcohol? You have what's the called? The Everclear?
Dear
Hey.
God. Why?
You has the Everclear here?
Make him leave the bottle.
You're gonna do Everclear. I'm gonna actually have you have to roll some sort of check, because even like I've watched plenty of like mixed drink stuff on YouTube and stuff, and even bartenders will tell you not to do that, because like that can knock even the strongest alcoholics out. So if you're gonna do Everclear, I'm gonna have you I don't know what kind of roll that would be.
I think the Everclear, the strongest one I've ever seen, is like 180 proof.
I had 190 proof at the house, and I drank through the whole bottle.
Oh yeah, maybe 190. But I think they dropped it down to like 150.
Everclear is still the strongest, though. It is unbelievably strong.
Oh, Steven, so what you're saying is you're a better drinker than the time you got drunk and yelled at stop signs?
I don't even remember that, but that's
30
hilarious.
minutes about being on High Street.
That sounds accurate.
So that was in Decatur. We were on the street sign said High Street, and he literally like doubled over laughing for like 30 minutes.
Decatur.
Yeah,
Where's that at?
I don't remember. Somewhere in Decatur.
A Constitution times 5 roll.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta get my stats. Con times 5 right here. 75. That's a 28 under 70.
How?
And he does 28 under 70, and he does 2 shots.
The bartender looks and he's like, "Are you sure?" Because he goes out the outfit and he sets it down. He's like, "Are you sure you won't ever quit? Because I've got some better taste in vodkas if you want something else."
He clears his throat in the most Russian accent. He says,
You type over and it pours you 2 shots, and of course you down them, no issue. And he just goes, "Is that just a Russian thing? Because I noticed the accent. No discrimination. I want to be clear on that. I'm not discriminating, but I've heard some stereotypes, and I have never seen anybody do that. So is that just like a Russian thing?"
Have you ever seen a man skin a bear alive while trying to survive in the Siberian winter?
No, I have not.
Then don't ask stupid questions. I drink the alcohol. I drink for purpose.
All right. No judgment, man. I was just asking a question. He looks over at April. What would you like, miss?
I'm not drinking because I'm working. And she's kind of gonna just give it like a little look to the guys, like a little hoity.
I'm already in the car.
He drank his one shot
and he left. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not drinking because I'm working and looking at Dragonoff. Like, come on.
So you're not even working. I'm working, watching the videos and shit, going through files still.
We are working. We're on a freaking stakeout. About to be.
You're leisurely sitting at a bar.
You should have.
Coffee after this?
I did.
Yeah.
I actually went in the bar to maybe see what Dragonoff was freaking doing because I already was in line for coffee. That's the first place I went. Coffee.
Yeah, no coffee. No coffee for me.
I just heard somebody's smoke alarm beep.
Not mine.
No, we don't have a smoke alarm at that, or we do, but it's fixed recently.
Leevi,
What?
is it your smoke alarm?
It's not mine. I don't have a fire alarm. I have like a professional fire alarm that's wired into the house.
Well, it's not mine. I don't
I'm
have
just
one
hearing
upstairs.
stuff then because I've recently.
I heard a beep. I heard a beep. I thought I heard a beep.
that too.
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear anything.
I did.
I was going crazy.
I actually thought it was my vape, and then I remembered my vape doesn't beep.
Okay, what?
No.
No.
He just wanted to do. He just wanted to do a Russian one-up on Mr. T, and he did it. And he's gonna, like you said, we're gonna go get coffee, we're gonna get snacks, and then we're gonna post up probably a little bit further down the block from the other car, and we're gonna conduct a little happy sticky out.
Driver's seat. Even if Dragon doesn't give her her keys, she's gonna sit there unless he physically moves her. because he just took 2 shots of Everclear.
Did you see
Gotta ask,
Everclear?
are our windows like blacked out?
I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like
we
you guys
see
are
it.
looking for
For a vehicle that definitely had tinted windows.
Well, I just wondered because I didn't know if like I could like set the screen up between the show that car or whatever for Dragunov and
As you're waiting for them, you do actually see them, like they're not even there 15 minutes, they pull up. And
Okay.
you check, if you check back on the recording, they were probably there. I'd say probably 5 minutes after you guys went in the building. So they were probably there a maximum of like 30 minutes, and then they left.
Okay, and I'm gonna ask you, I'm gonna ask Yuri Dragunov, like, hey, those guys left. Do you want me to try to track them through?
You don't think that they could be investigating something that has to deal with this that like we're in? And then
If the building explodes and all the files go with it, then they have nothing to investigate.
well, it breaks off one lead. Doesn't mean there aren't others.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
And then I would also like to send all the files we have to headquarters to the handler. While we're waiting.
Because some of the files you got were would give you another red flag, and you are aware because you did a roll in a previous session that you were able to roughly determine what flagged them to give you guys to try and stand.
Can I keep those files out? That way it doesn't flag it.
Do that, but just as a note, if you send all those files, you guys will probably get in some deep trouble with the broker. But yeah, you ping them over in the secure app, and you do get a ping back. No response, but you do get a ping.
So I'm gonna get in trouble because I sent all the files,
You do because you're not 100,
or just the ones that are flagging.
certain subjects caused red flags, which is what got you guys that stand down order.
All right. So like I would like to
Anything
keep.
having to March technology pod. So you could probably send them over the files about Tybalt Reeves and maybe Robert Ortega, but that would probably be pushing.
I want to like take out the files that I think would flag.
I'd say out of all of the files that you got, you would probably only be able to send around 20%.
All right. Yeah. I'll separate all of them. And
You do that, no issue, and you do get a ping back from the handler that they are received. That's it. He doesn't really give you a reply. Are there any final preparations you guys would like to do before we end off?
I would just like to say I'm probably gonna spend this time trying to like nap. I'm gonna rest up.
Okay. So you won't have to chain smoke.
I mean, I still will, but I'm gonna be napping. I'm just gonna be so rested and wired together.
Dragunov, any final preps?
Did you say something? I've lost volume like 3 times, so I was just.
Even.
Oh, I didn't say anything.
Did you have any?
We're all good. The whole point is now is to just do the stakeout.
Boom, boom.
And with that, as you guys pull back up in front of this law firm to do this stakeout, that is where we will end off tonight.
Woo! So the 2 skills that I upgraded earlier, do I erase the check marks
Yeah, you erase the check marks on all of them.
on every single one, or just the 2 I upgraded?
All of them. All 8.
Okay.
A new day, new chance to upgrade those some new skills.
What'd you say?
A new day, a new chance to upgrade new skills. Because
Okay.
you get upgrades day by day and
Whoop, whoop. All right. Good sesh. Good sesh.
you guys are coming toward the end of this. There's only a few things left.
I'm super happy with my rolls today.
Yeah, that's really your best one yet.
Oh yeah, best rolls I've had the whole freaking campaign.
I forgot to. I just remembered. This week I started writing some poetry, and it's in my opinion it's actually awful poetry. But one of the poems I wrote was about our Delta Green campaign, and I was gonna read it off for you guys, but I don't want to run out of the room, scramble to find my poetry book, and then bring it back in. But yeah, I wrote a poem about this campaign.
It's nothing about
It was
me being crazy, though.
Just the mass genocide you've been doing.
I chilled out after the first very traumatic time.
There was a child loss, a burned down forest, and then you guys chose
Hey, we'll
not
have
to kill
to make a
anybody
problem.
at
Uh-huh.
the military base. All of the majestic agents were trained, and the alien got away.
And I roofied some people.
Yeah, that's the only thing that happened is like some people got roofied and agents got trained. There was no official deaths as far as I can remember during the second operation. Overnight.
Not that we killed, anyways. Maybe cleanup.
Yeah, the Blue Fly team
Well, that's-
probably just assassinated all those people after questioning them.
That's gonna be it for me. I need to go run and use the restroom, so I will catch you all later.
And I need to go get me some food, so yeah.
Good night.
Thank you all for watching. And if you are interested in some Delta Green, you can always go to Art Green Publishing's website and get yourself a copy of the book there. And I do have my own just right over here. I love showing stuff. You can get your own collector's edition of the Delta Green book. It's the Handler's Guide and the Agent's Handbook on Amazon or off of Art Green Publishing's website. Or if you just want a PDF, you go over to Drive Through RPG and get your one there and start playing this magnificent game that I want to bring more people to. So hopefully we can get more people playing Delta Green because of this campaign. And if you want some more Delta Green action, go over to the Glass Cannon Network and watch their campaign, Get in the Trunk. And I will say this, seasons 1 through 3 are on podcast only. So you'll have to go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts to watch theirs. And then they are currently doing Impossible Landscapes on YouTube. And go ahead and watch that. Otherwise, come back here next time and we will continue with the VISCID module. Thank you all for watching. I am your handler, Jeffrey. I am OkamiKaras. Yeah, y'all have a good evening.